Hi guys, Alex here with a new take on Venezuela. This weekend, when President Trump announced that he caught Maduro and is turning Venezuela into a democracy to be able to drill there and pump out the oil, everybody was shocked. So shocked that Chevron's share price went from 155 to 170 instantly. 3 days later, it's back to 155 because the investor realized something that all the experts in the industry would have told them if they listened to in the weekend. It's not about the oil. It's not that Venezuela doesn't have large oil reserves. They do, but it's not so easy to get to them. Let me explain. First of all, Venezuela's oil infrastructure is rotten. It's out of date. It needs to be modernized and brought up to date with a lot of investment. It will take about $100 billion and 10 years at the very least to get it up to date. Also, you'll need to have a stable and law-abiding environment where investors can feel safe and that their investment is guaranteed. Venezuela already nationalized their investment once before. They will need far stronger guarantees right now to get into the country. So ideally, we're looking at 10 years. Realistically, we're looking more like 20. Okay? So it's a 20-year horizon at the very best. The next thing that you need to realize is that Venezuela's oil is one of the hardest oil to get out of the ground. It's very, very heavy, almost solid. You need to warm it up. You need to inject liquids into the oil shaft to get it out, and you need to keep it warm and liquid until you get to the refinery to process it. It costs a lot to get it out of the ground. It costs a lot to transport. So in order to break even on the oil operations in Venezuela, the oil price would need to be at around $90 per barrel. That's break even. Let's add $10 for profit. You're looking at $100 per barrel minimum. We are now at about half that, 50 to 55. And it's not inconceivable that will go even lower and will stay lower. Why? Because oil demand will peak quite soon. We electrify right now pretty much everything. We have electric cars that in a couple of years, 2027, 2028 at the very least, will be cheaper, will be more reliable, have more range than diesel and gasoline cars. Everybody will want to switch to an electric cars. The demand for electric cars will skyrocket. In 10 to 20 years, we'll be replacing the whole fleet. So no oil necessary for transportation. Okay? With batteries becoming so cheap, sun panels, solar panels, and wind farms are no longer intermittent. They can store part of their energy in batteries and release it when it's necessary. So they might even replace peaker plants that are now running on gas. So not even gas we need anymore. The only major industry that will require oil and gas will be the petrochemical industry. Think of plastics, think of fertilizers. But even here, we are looking at alternatives, and in 20 to 30 years, who knows what we'll discover. So experts are split on this issue, but they think we'll see peak oil happening somewhere between 2030 and 2050. Even in the pessimistic scenario where the peak oil demand will be far out in 2050, having Venezuela as a backup solution brings in minimal benefits at the most. And frankly, I don't see America waiting around for 25 years, bringing democracy, modernizing the country, modernizing the equipment there, just to get some minimal returns out of the ground by 2050. Not when we are continually discovering new deposits, new reserves that are far easier to exploit. So no, it's not about the oil, not the way Trump thinks, not the way many politicians still think. Thank you for listening. Alex out.